critical to every person breathing that actually has a heart to resist what's coming. You're about to find out what's in store for all of us. Major world alert. We're about to have an experiment hit our skies. It's going to affect everybody, every living being in this freaking world.
Day before, what's going on?
We don't know. We simply do not know. So whale strandings are a mystery because if we knew why and when they would happen, we'd try and prevent them, but we just don't.
We're about to get devastated by an atmosphere experiment coming from no other than HAARP. And this links hugely into the ocean marine life being active and acting weird. This is the largest experiment in October. A 10 days operation includes others from UAF, NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Southern California, and Naval Research Laboratory, and also the Locksteppers, John Hopkins. And believe me, it's going to get strange in the sky. There are 13 experiments set starting today. The purpose is to use these experiments to transmit a signal from HAARP to the moon, and then it's going to be receiving reflected signals at California and New Mexico facilities. They're putting 9.3 million to explore Earth's upper atmosphere, and now we are set to see huge magnetic shifts because the moon affects the oceans. And okay, so the question is now, which moon are we talking about? Because they're coming out saying the artificial moon can just swoop, move your butt off the ground.
What in the crazy is going on with these goddamn animals? Like, seriously. Looks like some doomsday shit.
This is Mon-Fri.
If you're watching, you are the alert system to tell somebody. This experiment will stretch the transmitting ability of HAARP, which can produce up to 3.6 megawatts of power, to the fullest. It will test receiving ability of the New Mexico site, which consists of 512 antennas. So we're going to be feeling electromagnetic frequency in the atmosphere. The Air Force developed and owned HAARP, but supposedly the research instruments to UAF in August 2015. UAF operates the site under an agreement with the Air Force. So you think the Air Force is not really still working with them? Whether you believe they do or you don't, one thing is for sure, they hitting us with some type of October surprise for real. It's a big reason why they're doing this in October, and operates under none other than NASA Wallops Flight Facility. So now it's a huge reason for the animals to freak out. And scientists, straight up, remember I was telling you about how they were saying that the artificial moon can move stuff? They was moving frogs with magnetic fields they put inside of the artificial freaking moon. And they got this magnetoprotein, which is going to be activated inside of people on for this operation in the future. Take a look at what's happening right there to these cells. So you can see when the field is on, you can see it's moving here. Field is on and it's showing it on the bottom. And this is the magnetoprotein. And so why do you think they want that big eye tear? It looks like a parasite, as a matter of fact. So they're showing you the motions and how it's moving when they turn on the magnetized field. But once they activate the field, this is what's going to happen inside of some people. So not just the artificial sun is affecting the atmosphere, the artificial moon is literally magnetic. Check out this video of a guy who looks at the sun and sees something different in his telescope.
Right now, as you can see, we're looking at the sun. Look at all the nice little trails everywhere. So let's go underneath here and take a look and see what we got. Now we are looking at the sun. But that is not the sun. Woo-hoo-hoo. wonder what that is. Wonder what that is. I'm looking directly at the sun.
If the artificial moon can levitate a frog, it most likely can levitate human beings who has the magnetoprotein in their body or nanotechnology or smart. This shows something strange is going on, and it had everything to do with tidal waves. And if supposedly this is the reality of life, how the moon affects tidal waves, in 50 years they hadn't seen this, then we're looking at a potential manipulation tactic using experiments
Researchers
on the
worldwide.
moon. And that's why we were able to probably see these blue lights being captured over the years. But the question was, what were they actually doing with the moon with these blobs around in the atmosphere, telling us that it's just light reflecting from the sun that's passing through the atmosphere, when we know all these scattering tiny particles are stuff dispersed in our atmosphere? And another question is were they secretly trying to nuke or bomb the moon? Because, I mean, is it far-fetched for me to ask that? Because these are the buffoons that was trying to bomb the moon. Like, the buffoons that were trying to bomb the moon, the buffoons that were trying to bomb the moon. Like, come on, man.
We expect we're about, let's say, a minute away, space-time, from this huge impact. And Diane, what an impact it will be, as you said. This rocket weighs as much as an SUV. So we all like the moon, we look at it at night, but we are about to hit it twice with quite the double impact.
Still uncertain what exactly we'll be able to see.
Is that the NASA equivalent of bars and tone? As
Transition to DV mode.
Blank.
Payload confirmed. Command sent.
So, Ryan, it has hit, and they have an infrared picture.
Hey, let me try to explain this. There's actually two impacts. The one that just happened is the rocket booster. That's the thing that weighs as much as an SUV. That was the initial hit. Behind that, about 4 minutes behind it, is a satellite that is going to read that debris, scan it for any signs of the ice. And then that satellite will also hit in exactly the same spot. So that will be, as we've called it, the double impact.
That was 13 years ago and they did that. But let's get back to the HARP experiment, October. Doing all of this, and people are freaking out, and animals freaking out. They're calling for flight restrictions in the area. So this is a significant situation here, because if you got to restrict flights, then that tells you that energy that you're shooting in the atmosphere is probably too powerful as well to be shot up around humans. They like to do things in numbers. So why are they doing it on 10/19? Today is the 19th. You flip that around, 9/11 is actually in that number. So this is the other significant critical point. Why is YouTube making everywhere across the platform miss out on this information? It's on you to find out what they don't want you to know.